Hi, Davi here, and today we have a new episode in the art review series, and today we'll be checking out the work of Ludo Lullabi. So it's this guy, obviously. So we're here on their Instagram, and I think I did find this guy here first on the, because usually I find artists, recently on Pinterest, and then they link somewhere else. But I think I found this guy here on the Instagram sphere. So just a quick gist of their work. The common thing I do find, or that's kind of noticeable, is they like mechas and chicks. So it's basically a combination of like these mechanical, like robotic mecha sort of themed parts or motifs, and then they combine that or insert that, blend it with their female figures. And they do have a taste, they do have a type. I do see a lot of long limbs when it comes to their women. And the thighs are going to be usually like super thick, super large. So it almost seems like they can carry the weight of the mecha sort of parts. It reminds me of that anime involving a girl. She's kind of a demon. It's a mecha anime, but she has like demon horns. Oh, I'm forgetting the anime, but the mechas of that anime. Oh my, I'm forget. Let me just pause the video because I need to find it. Hi, I'm back. So I found the anime. It's called Darling in the Franxx. So I did search for Mecha Darling because she has a famous quote, or not a quote, but the way she says darling is kind of famous, or what's the word? Just memorable, right? So they kind of have this anatomy where the body, the torso is kind of super, not super, but a lot smaller, a lot more petite. But the arms and legs are going to be super huge. Although I think for these types of mechas in Darling the Franxx, their legs are not as thick. I think they have a lot more mass on their arms, or in their arms. So going back to Ludo over here, Lullabi, I do see they go back and forth between like traditional sketches, right? In ballpoint pen, I'm assuming. I do see like an initial lay-in with pencil, and then maybe they bring it back to Photoshop or something. Who knows? But it looks like they sketch a lot on their like sketchbook with the ballpoint pen. Pretty cool. And that's the thing about ballpoint pen. Sometimes it does leave this like oil marks, which is fine. But the thing is, if you're using paper that's a bit thin, it does show through a lot in the back of the paper. And it can make it sort of unusable, like the other side of the paper. But yeah, even if they're doing traditional sketches, I think it's fairly consistent with how they do their work when they do digital art. Oh, so that's our dog. Yeah, look at that. It reminds me a little bit of the, I don't know, Otto Schmidt for some reason. Just because of how simplified or quick the sketches are when it comes to the human figure. Like, you don't see a lot of lines to describe the human form. It's a bit more just cleaner, straight to the point, and not cluttered. I mean, you see way more detail in the like the mecha parts. Obviously, there's way more parts, but I think it's a good contrast. Obviously, you want areas of rest, and I think for most of their work, the areas of rest are going to be the body, the torso, and the face. Everything else is like packed in with detail, right? Long arms, long legs. But I think most of the massing is usually going to be in the legs. Looks kind of Evangelion-esque in terms of like that anatomy. But I think in Evangelion, the legs and the arms are kind of the same size. You know? Oh, wow. Interesting. I thought there was like a blur effect, but I don't think there is. Just looking at this thumbnail right now, it looks like it has a blur effect from afar. But zooming in, there's nothing. So I'm not sure why like the face is the first thing you kind of immediately see. Like even in the thumbnail view. Oh, maybe it's the lighting on the face, right? Oh wow! I do recommend you zoom in. It's so interesting because sometimes when I'm on Instagram, the images they're not always big. Like sometimes it gets downgraded to something just blurry, but anyway, we're lucky to have a high resolution sort of image here. I do like the bold sort of gray outline. It's not as strong because it's gray, but it does help lift the drawing up from the like that white canvas in the background. I do like the ink work too. It's almost like they're using a calligraphy pen. Like one side is sort of flat. Yeah, it looks fairly dynamic. It's kind of like, it reminds me of the line work of Greg Tocchini. Let me just write their names down. Greg Tocchini. I think it's a double C, Tocchini. But yeah. Now when they color, it's kind of like the typical comic style, where it's, I think this is considered cell shading, right? One for the shadows, one value for the lights, and maybe something in between. But it's usually spread to, like, there's one base color, one shadow color, and then one light color. That's the basic sort of breakdown. Really cool. Some sketches here. Some ballpoint sketches. So they are using the classic sort of, what is it? Oh, it's the Bic Crystal. I'm not sure if this is like the fine point or the 1.6. Like the super bold one. I think Crystal is the fine point. Let me just change like the, oh. And by the way, when you scan these, you can remove like these marks from the other side of the page. Obviously, if you see this in real life, it's gonna look annoying when you see like those back marks. But when you do scan them, it's gonna look. You can always make those edits because it's light enough to be sort of removed. Wait, let me go back here. Look at that. Yeah, you can still see a bit of a rough sort of lay-in, rough sketch with the pencil first, and then they draw in the details in ballpoint pen. It's still fairly loose, but there's a sense of like certainty there, right? Like it looks correct or finished. Pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Chicks with mechs. Kinda hot. So here it's just like a bunch of like drones maybe. Oh wow. Yeah, I think it's because of like, look at the way that hand was simplified. Not many lines, but you kind of get what the position is. Same thing here. And I've seen this a lot in Otto Schmidt's work. Let me write his name down. Otto Schmidt. Schmidt. Oh, it's a guy. More girls. More girls. Kawaii. Oh, wow. Let me see this. I'm not sure if they themselves are doing the coloring too, or someone else is, but it looks good. Can we zoom in? Oh, yes, we can. And I like how the red really pops up or pops out. I'm not sure if the red, I think the red is like spray paint. If it's not, it's blood, obviously, but really cool. I do like the look. This is something you don't really see as often in like manga. I know it's like a cultural preference thing, but I like how there's a lot more color in like Western sort of comics. But then again, the downside, well, not the downside, but the ink work is not going to be as complex, right? So they kind of want both sides to be, complementing each other. Pretty cool. Lots of black shapes or areas where it's just pure black, like this part of the arm, the back of the leg. It's a great way to like save time, number one, but also it kind of has a certain kind of visual impact, Do I see hatching? I don't think I see a lot of hatching. Most of the line work is like, it's either a detail line to describe detail, obviously, but aside from that, if it's not that, it's just like shadow, right? In this case, it's the underside of this like mecha guy. Very cool. Let's go further down. Oh, what's this? It looks like a sword. Okay, so the sketch first. Let me just open this in a new tab. And I think that they're sketching with a basic round brush, and it does have a little bit of that opacity. You can see like the overlapping lines there, or strokes. And then they ink it, and then color it. Cell shading style. Oh. Yeah, I like the combination of like this kind of inking style with the colors, because I'm gonna be reviewing another artist who's also doing like mecha work or robotic themed sort of subjects, and they kind of have a similar inking approach. I think the guy's name is, let me just show you quickly. The guy's name is right now. Just look at the sketches or drawings here. Look at how, or that combination of inks and colors. Let me just zoom in. Can we zoom in? Right. It's kind of the same, right? So by the way, this is Iain something. Iain Thody. So I think I'm going to be reviewing this guy next. Yeah, they're very similar in that regard. Inking wise. Some more ballpoint pen sketches. Look at that. Yeah, and I think you develop a certain kind of confidence when you constantly draw in like ink. And I think that does, or that confidence transfers to when you do your digital sort of artwork, right? Now here, obviously, because they're limited to just the ballpoint pen, you do see a lot more hatching in their work. Or shading. But the way they hatch is kind of like a zigzag kind of hatching where they don't do individual lines. It's like one continuous zigzagging line. Very hot. Very cool. And yeah, I think it's a great way to just explore and not have, because when you do digital artwork, I think the pressure is kind of higher just because of the amount of tools you can use. Like you kind of expect a fuller, more finished kind of piece. But with ballpoint pen, traditional sketches, you sort of have that freedom to just make mistakes and just explore different ideas. You know what's kind of sucky about using ballpoint pen and graphite is, if it's in a certain angle, it's gonna reflect the light in this kind of way, which I don't like. I mean, obviously, if you just change the angle or just scan it, it's not gonna be there, but it's still annoying when you do see it. But I want to see the chick again. I forgot. I want to see. Am I? Right? The body is not as inked. It's very minimal. I mean, compare these to like this guy. There's not a lot of areas of rest just because their bodies also, first of all, they have like a mask thing, or maybe that's just their head. But everything has kind of detail, or has a lot more detail. But when it comes to like their like these types of concepts where you have like a girl and like some mecha parts, like all of this skin serves as like areas where you can rest your eye. And I think it helps you take in the concept more easily. For example, for something like this, it's pretty cool, but because there's not a lot of areas of rest, it can be a bit overwhelming. So the area of rest here obviously is going to be like this triangle. Let me just show you if you can't see. Look at, oh, look, oh, how convenient. And obviously the face, right? Look at that. Oh, she's hot. I like it. I want to save this one. There we go. Yeah, and there's, even though there's a lot of parts, they do emphasize or create some kind of line hierarchy, meaning some lines are thinner, some lines are a lot more bold. For example, if you look at the outer lines of like each relevant part, it's going to be a lot bolder, and everything else is going to be a lot like thinner. So I think that's useful if we're creating or working on a subject like this where there's a lot of parts. Having that hierarchy of line work or line weight via line weight can help you understand or consume the subject more. It's kind of like seeing floor plans, like architectural engineering floor plans or elevations. Like they have a system for, like for the walls you have thicker lines, for the furniture you have thinner lines. It just helps you consume or understand what you're looking at. Like obviously the thicker the line, the more, like that's the first thing you kind of see. So it kind of guides your eye appropriately. Oh wow. Huge arm. Look at that. Oh. And they're very creative with the parts too, of the mecha sort of stuff. Look at that. Oh. Yeah. And we've seen some of their posts quite a bit. And they do have a lot of sketches. So they're very sort of meticulous and just, they're kind of addicted, I guess. In a good way, right? They're obsessed with this like subject. Look at, oh. There you go. Oh, she's cute. Yeah, the style is very similar. Like the way they're doing the face, it's kind of similar to this one, right? I I like the inks and the colors, obviously, but yeah, the inks are kind of cool. I mean, that hand looks so pretty, right? There's sort of a fluidity to their line work. It's kind of like they're drawing with a pocket brush pen. Like, it just feels a lot more... Like, it doesn't look like they're using like a Pigma, or not Pigma, but one of those fine point pens where the lines are always consistent. They're sort of, they're a lot more dynamic in nature. I think Greg Tocchini is, aside from the Iain Thody guy, Greg Tocchini is someone I would recommend. Let me just write Iain Thody's name to Iain. Oh, it's... There are two I's in his name. Iain Thody. Thody. And it's not just that, it's also the designs, right? Like, it looks consistent, like nothing is too sort of weird or out of place. It just seems right. Oh, it's a guy, so look at this. Oh, come on. Very freaky. Oh, look at... Oh, so these are more digital sketches, right? Concepts. Yeah, very inventive, creative concepts here. This one's kind of cool. I mean, I like it. I like it. Oh, look at those thighs. Oh, oh. Damn, it's so big. Is that her like tit? No way. So it's pretty heavy too. Oh wait, some of their sketches, like these ones, are a lot looser, but they do remind me of Madao. Because Madao likes to exaggerate some parts of the body as well. So maybe we'll write their name down too, Madao. Madao. And you know what? Maybe Nife. We recently reviewed their work, Nife. Just because of how the anatomy is sometimes like exaggerated. Like the thighs and everything. Can I open it in a new tab? I want to save it. More ballpoint pen sketches. So they do have like a color pencil. I think it was an under sketch or used in the first sort of lay-in sketch, and then they also use it for coloring the hair. Cool. Okay, it's like a frog. No, is it a frog? Or an old guy? Who knows? Or is it a mouth? It is a mouth, I think. Yeah, even though they like sticking to, you know, fairly similar subjects. Oh, this is cool. Oh, sorry, this is cool. The hatching is pretty nice. There's a dynamism. Is dynamism the word? It's just very dynamic. Like, it's never boring. Like, they're never just standing in one corner. Wow, look at this one. Look at that. Big hand again. They have like a small mecha creature thing, a bug, a drone. Oh, look at those thighs are just huge, right? They're so cute. Oh, look at those thighs again. Reminds me of another guy. I think it's Naga. In terms of like the thigh size, I think Naga is the name. Naga something. Or Maga. Naga. I want to see this one too. Oh, I remember these ballpoint pens. I forgot their name, but they're kind of old. I forgot the brand name. Like, I do know the big ones, which is this one, but yeah, they can do dudes too, but you know, yeah. Cool. Come on. Oh, look at this. So in this case, they're using like a blue ballpoint. Oh, look at that shot. Blue ballpoint pen. Yeah, even if there are a lot of like initial lines to sort of lay in the character, you can sort of make that disappear without erasing them by simply making the other lines you've chosen to be thicker. In this case, it's going to be the contour lines right in the edges. Notice how they're a lot more thicker, more bolder. So it can sort of set the other lines back. And in that way, your sketch won't look as like cluttered. Pretty cool. Come on. Wait, are there more images here? So this is like a black and white but inked version. Okay, there is some hatching here. Over here. A little bit here. Halftone like effect. Pretty cool. Wait, let's check this one out. Wait, let me just drink some water. Fuck. Water. Okay, so we have something that's colored here. Can we zoom in? Oh, we can't. Let me just see the other images because I want to... Oh, it's a close-up. Okay. Let's go back here. Ooh. Okay, so in this case, they're not using inks. It's still like it's like a round brush with some opacity in there, but instead of inking, they sort of skipped that part and just went directly to coloring. So it's like a quick concept. Oh, wow. Oh, let me just zoom out. Oh, whoa, easy. Slow down. Oh, so cool. It reminds me of another artist, like a manga artist named, or a doujin artist, Hachiwan something? Hachiwan? Just because of how thick the limbs usually are. Hachiwan something. Anyway. Transformers maybe? Or oh yeah, Starscream. Oh. Some sketches. Let me see the full version. Let's go back. Look at that. There is some hatching for this one. Which is a bit different because usually we've seen his other sketches. He doesn't do them as much for like his figures. But you look at how all the lines are not all the same like thickness or width. And it looks a lot more consumable, less cluttered. And it's just more visually like aesthetic. Pretty cool. Let's go down. Wait, is there more images here for this chick? Wait, what's the difference? Oh, it's the halftone sort of effect. I think I do like this one version without the halftone effect. Even the way they do the circles, it looks so aesthetic. Damn. Oh, she's removing her top. Oh my god. Look at that. Oh, yeah. I'm so glad I found this artist. Let me just see this one first. Damn, look at those thighs. Come on. Ooh. Now the line work is a lot, I think they're using inks, but it's a lot thinner. It's not as bold. It almost seems a lot more sketchy than his other work. Yeah. A lot more opaque. And I think the colors are a lot more like simple. So maybe this is more of like a whip, a work in progress kind of shot. Or just a quick like concept sort of sketch. Why is it green? Oh my god. Go. Thick? You're right, it's thick. Come on. Look at that. Now this one, the line work, or the lines have a little more opacity in them. Wait, that face sort of like simplification reminds me a little bit of my Inputwo. And the body too, because thick thighs. I think my Inputwo is kind of into that thing. My Inputwo. Go, that's it. Kamaine. Itadakimasu. And again, look at that shot, super dynamic. Like everything is like being bent to like these extreme proportions or views. And they're pretty cool or pretty experienced with drawing heels, right? Because a lot of their like mecha girls have, or they're wearing some kind of like heel. I want to see this one too. Wait, let's see if there's more. Or I think they're close-ups. So let me just focus on this bigger image. Ooh. It's like a montage of different like characters. They're not mecha girls. I'm not sure if they're doing this for a different like story. Oh, cat girl. Get that. Oh, ooh, meow. Wait, what's this? Just like a bug or a moth, maybe? Oh, she's kind of cute. Like this one at the corner. I like those. Look at how the thighs are foreshortened. Like you will see this a lot in like for me, I just think Spider-Man, whenever I see foreshortened legs, muscular legs, I always think Spider-Man. And I think it's because he's always kind of behind the wall and you're kind of seeing him from the front. So his legs are kind of pointing towards you, right? So I think it's supposed to be a moth. Oh, oh, oh. Come on. Oh shit, we're at 34 minutes? Oh, we have to stop. But the point is, they have so much freaking work too. Oh. Look at that. Oh, again with the heels. Her arm was like super huge. Look at that. Oh. Let's zoom in. Oh. Ooh. There you go. We do see like a very soft, like bold outline to cover the whole sort of character. Usually people will use like a super like saturated pink or yellow or something like that, but for Ludo's case, they use like a very light gray for that outline. I think this is like a close-up shot. Yeah, they have lots and lots more sketches, illustrations to look at. Sadly, we don't have the time, or I don't have the time right now. But guess what? You can check out their work for yourselves, and you can enjoy. Let me just open a few more because I want to save these, for research purposes, for references and right. And even the quick sketches look pretty cool. Like you can tell the pose is already sort of dynamic, and even without like the finished like inks or colors, it's already sort of visually impactful. Oh, oh my god. Oh, it's over. It's so freaking over. Damn, they're all so cool to look at. This one's kind of cool too. Multiple arms for this one. But in this case, they're all armored. Look at this one. Oh, look at the move. Strong. Fierce. Look at that. Oh, sorry. Oof. Yeah, anyway, that's it for this art review of Ludo Lullabi. So I will link this page in the description below, and yeah, I'll see you in the next. Oh, look at Let me just scroll just a few more. Oh, so they have a couple of pencils, like pencil only, but it's like finished, like it's ready to be like inked. But the style here is a bit different from me. Is it kind of different? I think it's because there's a lot more black. But it's still somewhat the same. Wow, look at this shot. Oh, so cool. Maybe it's a cover for something. Look at that. Spider, sort of webby mecha girl. Git sketch. I have so many tabs open now. So this is the original one, right? Yeah, I'm gonna stop here. So that's it for this review, and I'll see you. That's too much. But is it? Okay. I'll see you in the. Let me just open this in a new tab. I'll stop here. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.